Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to Opolis Incorporated. Today we're going to see if we can't get through the Infusing quest line. There is quite a lot here. I know for sure I can get to here, but I'm not sure if I can get past all of these ones. But we'll give her the old college try, as they say, and yeah, let's just jump right on into it. So the first thing that we need to look at getting here is the advanced processing license. This is done solidifying a plate mold with some processing alloy, which is bronze and steel. So we're going to have to do some mixing together of some liquids to get that. So we need 360 of this to get the ticket. So we'll need two ingots of bronze, 2 ingots of steel to get the 360 of the advanced processing alloy. So each steel takes 1 iron and 2 coal. Just note that for the molten coal, you can only use coal. There is no charcoal substitute here. So hopefully you have been using charcoal to do your smelting and powering your fueled, what is it, the miner thing. Speaking of which, now that I've got access to the pipes, I've been able to more effectively sort this. So I've got drawers for the common things, dirt, all of the stones, so cobbled, granite, diorite, and andesite, and then just some chests for overflow on the other items here. So hey, we're getting down there. We're not even to deep slate level down there yet. So I just threw another stack of charcoal in there, so that's gone through 8 or so of those. But yeah, this setup there will be a little bit more easy on the thing, other than maybe doing a trash can. But I'm a little bit remiss to actually void any items just yet, but this would be super easy to make if I didn't want, all of this colored stone and stuff like that. We could filter that out in other ways, I guess, but for now that's easy enough, and I just have to check on it every once in a while to make sure it's not overflowing. But let's jump to the task at hand. So we're going to need 4 coal. I think that's all I need from now. I did some processing in here, so we'll need 2 iron. So that'll get us our 2 ingots of steel. We may as well get this stuff started over in our mixing setup. I still do have this aluminum sitting around here, which I'm probably going to have to void, but we'll see if we can't work around it. But if we do get to the elite processing license, no, it was the next one in the line. The ultimate processing alloy. We'll look at it later when we get there. Got coal and iron. It does seem to be mixing. I saw steel pop up there. Oh, we do need the ingot molds. And the other thing that we needed was bronze. So that's going to be a 3-to-1 ratio of copper and tin. And you can see that in here. So 270 copper, so that's 3 ingots, 90 tin, so that's 3 copper, 1 tin. This is an oldie and a goodie, getting to the bronze. And we've got that aluminum in there, and it does seem to work around it, so we're okay in that regard. We don't have to dump it just yet, but there is one of the alloys that we do need all six of these. So we'll need the plate mold. Once this is finally done, I don't want to mess up like I did before. Just get that in there, and after a few seconds, we should be good to go. So then the next step after that, we're going to have to find out what we need to sell to get the advanced processing bucks, because we're going to have to buy the steel casing. It's going to cost us 8 to buy that. And then we'll get to the metallurgic infuser, which requires the steel casing, a couple of furnaces, some iron, redstone, nothing else too hard except for just buying that steel casing there. Let's pop in and have a look. So we look at the uses, push U on there, go over to the market so we can sell bronze, steel, infused alloy. All right, not too bad. So I will make up some more of those to sell. We can't make any infused alloy just yet because we need the infuser to get that. But we can do the others. So I'll put this on a pause and come back when we've got some of this made, some of those dollary dues procured. All right, so more mistakes were made. I kind of, took my coal and iron, my copper, my tin, and I threw it all in there kind of at the same time. I ended up with basic processing alloy over here because it ended up mixing itself all together. And then I ended up with like some copper over here, which I couldn't get rid of because if I put another piece of copper in, like there was 180 here, and I put one in and it went into this tank. So just be careful with that because it's not smart enough to tell that, there's copper in this tank. So one more ingot, it ended up over here. So I ended up having to dump a couple of ingots of copper. Not a super big deal by any stretch, but the basic processing alloy did, because that ate up, one steel and one bronze on me. So that was what it was, but I did end up getting 9 advanced processing bucks, so I did manage to buy that steel casing. So we can now get our infuser. So, oh, forgot. I'm going to need 2 of these bad boys. Now, I guess the confusion I have is I need power to power the infuser. No, I believe I do. But not that we're going to be using that just right now anyways, because in here, this basic bounty fragments basically is a 50% of dropping from passive mobs when killed with a stone sword. Now I had found these basic bounty fragments in a different way because I was looking to try and get myself an iron axe. And then the way to get the iron axe is in the market with the basic bounty bucks. And then how do I get the basic bounty bucks? Well, you need to get the license and then give some raw meats feathers, leather, like things that you would basically get from doing some vanilla Minecraft farming. So I ended up starting on a mob farm over here. Go to old vanilla lag machine. But it was going really slowly, so what I ended up doing was doing another big exploration, not a big, but a moderate sized exploration, and just killing a whole bunch of animals while I was out in the world. And got myself a good start on some of the, you know, raw beef, mutton, pork chops, so on and so forth, as well as getting all of the bounty fragments. Now note that it does seem to only be cows, chickens, and pigs that these fragments come from, and apparently, according to the quest book, you have to use a stone sword. So 50% chance dropping from passive mobs killed with a stone sword. Maybe I was just unlucky, but I did kill a couple of horses and didn't see any. I didn't manage to catch any foxes to get to see if they would drop them, but I don't think they're passive anyways, so they shouldn't count. Oops. Ah, this is what we need the infuser for, isn't it? Yes, we need 9 fragments, 1 piece of redstone in the infuser to do that, so we are going to need some power. What kind of generators do we have here in Mechanism? Okay, yes, we can get a basic power generator. This should not be hard at all. We need the basic power bucks, which come from using a license and selling coal. The license we need to get from... Oh, I looked a little bit into it, but I'm not 100% sure. No, this is... we don't want specialized. Alright, I'll be back in a second when I find the pathway exactly. Alright, I think I did finally figure out the way around it. And it utilizes one of the Opolis standbys, which is the Jumbo Furnace. You know what, I'm just going to make 2 of them for now because we're going to need them. Well, we can use them at some point at any rate. Jumbo Furnace is basically a 3 by 3 by 3 cube of furnaces put together. And what was it? I was looking at the... It was back in Mechanism. There's a generator that I could make, the basic solar panel. So I thought I saw the infused alloy here and I almost wrote it off. But if you click on the infused alloy, you can make it with 2 redstone dust and a copper ingot in the Jumbo Furnace. So we can do it. I do have the technology. Now, one of the tricksy things with these jumbo furnaces is that once you form them in the world, Oh, sirs, I'm trying to talk to these nice people over here. Is there some reason why you're bothering me? But the way to actually get these to drop as an item, because I'll display or I'll show one of the mechanics of the jumbo furnace as well. Shears. That's what I was going for. A shear, please. Oh. One mining buck is not going to do the trick, is it? We needed 2. So if you have shears, shift and right click on it, and then you can get the jumbo furnace as an item. Now if we look, oh, we're going to need, got enough to do 4 here, and I'll need some coal. We'll put our ingredients in there. If you put a jumbo furnace inside a jumbo furnace, this will, instead of doing 1 operation at a time, it will do 2. See this times 2 here, so and I'm going to waste a little bit of my should have thought of earlier, but that's fine. And just throw some logs in here and make some charcoal while that's, before that goes completely to waste. But now that we have the infused alloy, we can make a solar panel and actually power our metallurgic infuser for doing the basic power license, which is 100 millibuckets of redstone and a starting license. I'm gonna need to go mining for a lot more redstone, that's for sure. And I forgot what the starting license was. 4 stone. One of those, that on the hotbar. Oh, 3 osmium. Another one. I guess I should close up my villager trading hall. Should be able to do that. And, oh, I forgot the glass. I guess I'm on to the next issue. Interesting, I can't even place the solar panel down anywhere. All right, another quick pause while I figure out this one. Alright, sometimes I am just too stupid to think properly about all of the low-level things because I'm used to jumping into the mid-tier things, but there's not even a use for the solar panel. Usually you'd use these to make the solar generators, but the only way to get the solar generator is to buy it. But the thing we want is the heat generator. So 3 iron and osmium, 2 planks, 2 copper, and a furnace will get us that. So let me throw that together. I'll attach it over there, and hopefully we should have our power license after that. Alright, so with the heat generator, we can put a piece of coal in there. It'll make some lava. It'll go in there. It'll generate the tiniest bit of power. But the way to use these guys properly is to surround them with lava. So there we go. Now we're generating decent amounts of power. I believe I need 10. Yes. 10 of those in there. Starting license there. Should get us our power license. And we can continue on our merry way. So now with the 1 piece of redstone and 9 bounty fragments, to get our bounty license and start earning some of the bounty dollars so that I can buy an iron axe instead of using the other one. So that's that one there. Glowstone we're gonna have to buy for, oh yeah, that figures I would back straight up into the lava. Full of power there, so let's make that a little bit more safe for now. And on our roundabout journey, I am gonna need how many was it? 12 advanced processing to get some glowstone. Because the next license, the elite processing license, is made with the elite processing alloy, so we'll need to do 2 recipes of this guy, which is lumium, signalum, and enderium. So we're just going to follow our noses the same way there. So each one of those ingots will make us 180. So we need to do 2 of each of these. The lumium is 3 tin, 1 silver, and 2 pieces of glowstone. So we'll need all 4 pieces of glowstone to get the 2 ingots of lumium. Signalum is 3 copper, 1 silver, and 4 pieces of redstone. And then the enderium is going to be 3 lead, 1 platinum. So do note that in the world, the deep slate, platinum's found very low. The deep slate platinum ore requires a diamond pickaxe. But I did manage to find, where are you now? Aluminum. I found blocks of raw platinum, which I was able to mine with iron pickaxes. I got this raw platinum from a creeper explosion. Oh, there you are. You're right beside it. So this only requires that, and then we can break this up, of course, into the raw platinum. So double clicking there gives me the ability to search. If you're wondering about JEI and EMI, both have that function. But anyways, yes. On the Enderium, 3 lead, 1 platinum, and then 160 of the molten ender. So each of those fragments will give us 10, so we'll need 16 ender pearl fragments. So I've got some melting to do. I will be back when I've got that all put together, and we should be able to, well, I've got to do some advanced processing first, because I'm going to need 12 dollary dues, 12 of those dollary dues to get the glowstone so that I can make the lumium. And then after that, we'll move forward with the other one. So I will be back in a little bit. Be a second for you and a while for me. Oh, just to bring you back here, down here looking for redstone. So we can see here the platinum deep slate ore does require diamond tools to mine up. So I think there's something a little bit wrong in the config there, but maybe it's right. I don't know, but I did report it in the Discord. They said it was fine, so it may change, it may not, but because all the ores in the world typically are spawning with their ore, with the blocks of raw ore around them, it's a little bit cheaty that you can get it before you actually get to the diamond. Oh, not a shovel on there. Sorry, lost my train of thought there. With the diamond pickaxe. Oh, and I still have kept forgetting to let you in on this one, because we've got FTB utilities in here. That's what gives us the Ultimine thing. We do have home. So we don't need to always use waystones everywhere we go, but you just have to set home, wherever you want your home to be set, and then whenever you type /home, you will return there. There's no kinds of cooldowns or durability or anything like that, whereas you may have seen already, if you were keen-eyed enough to see, there's a home stone here that you can use for something similar, but that has a resource cost, whereas the other one doesn't, so on and so forth. All right, I think we have them all now. Made a little bit too much because I wasn't paying attention to the outputs here. So when you do the 3, 1, and 2 here, you actually get 4 ingots of lumium. And that's similarly for the other ones, so I kind of made twice as much as what I needed, but that's fine. We'll be using more of this later anyways. We need 2 of each. Let's just triple check, right? So we need 360. We need 2, and that's 1 of each of those, yes. This is the expensive one that I didn't want to screw up. Oh, and we need our plate mold there so we can make the license. And then let's see what kind of things we need to actually hand in to get our elite processing dollary dues. Reinforced alloys, Enderium, Signalum, and Lumium. There we go. And then we need 48 of these elite processing bucks. to get to the solar neutron activator, which it says right here. This is some real late game stuff. You may want to come back to this later, which is what I think I will do, because all of these look like more late game things as well, right? Yeah, these ultimate processing bucks aren't even used in the catalog to buy anything. They're just used in the combiner to make certain things. This is for or doubling or tripling, quintupling, whatever mechanism can do for us there. And then also making the molten processing bucks, which goes towards making this one that I was talking about earlier, which is the Opolisite, which requires all 6 of those things. So steel, bronze, signalum, lumium, enderium, and then molten processing bucks to get to this ingot here. So I think we'll cut this one off there. It's been a ride full of the typical SJM derps and fun stuff along the way. So I hope you all enjoyed. I was hoping to get into doing some trading in that. Oh look, a zombie got in here and killed all my villagers. I wish he had just transformed them instead of killing them, but that is what it is. Now I know I've got to put some doors on this puppy. And yeah, the one thing that actually I wanted to gripe about was the magenta colored slabs. And the magenta colored stone bricks are slightly different colors. You can see it, and it bothers you, comment, because it bothers me. I was a little bit sad about that when it turned out that way. At any rate, we can always fill those guys back up and start working on getting into the nether, hopefully next episode. I don't think that there's any other things we have to do there other than, yeah, I think the overworld there. Maybe working on some crops, but we'll tackle that as we go, as I dig deeper into it between episodes. Anyways, I appreciate you all for checking out the episode, and I will see you in the next one. See ya!